Before this thrilling story, Aqiang is urgently dialing the police, but before he connects, a car stops 3 meters away and Ojai in the passenger seat draws a gun and starts shooting. Quick thinking, Aqiang dives behind the car. Shenghe, hit by a shell, faints as if it's just another day. Meanwhile, in the hospital, the junkies have set up guards at every exit just to snatch Aqiang, ticking down the seconds like a suspenseful. Arjen rushes to sign the surgery consent, pushes Little Crab into the operating room, while the junkie paces outside like waiting for a bus. But he missed the chance, waiting by the door until the surgery was over. Meanwhile, Aqiang is busy playing hide and seek, and now the hunter is Ojai. Aqiang flips the script and seizes the opportunity to pin Ojai down on the car. With a little force, Ojai's elbow cracks, but before he can gloat, the tail pecks him in the eyes. Big Eye pokes Aqiang again, and in the end, Olu is still taken away. Talk about a heartbreaking glory. The only good news, Little Crab's surgery went well. The junkie hauls Arjen, asking why Aqiang hasn't surrendered. That guy wouldn't save his daughter for self-preservation. Arjen shows his phone. Aqiang called. Luke's is kidnapped again. The junkie takes the phone, dials the number, and guess who answers? A nurse, and it turns out they're in the emergency room downstairs. The junkie rushes downstairs, finds Shenghe unconscious, but unfortunately, he can't talk. Clues lost again. Defeated, the junkie returns to the police station. The team leader pats his shoulder, saying he might go home to grow watermelons as night falls. Arjen opens the door and sees a pair of men's shoes on the floor. No need to guess, Aqiang's back. While patching up her husband's wounds, she urges him to turn himself in, but Aqiang is deeply involved. Luke's issue is like a fishbone in his throat. At the same time, the junkie heads back to Director Quiz Mansion, remembering what Uncle Ewan said, the gold bars and cash in the safe. What's left is a bunch of unintelligible documents, and nothing particularly interesting among the evidence. The junkie spins around the operating room, taking a close look, and spots a gap in the bookshelf. Out of frustration, he punches a hole in the bookshelf, only to find another secret room with records of children adopted by Director Kiwi. The junkie feels like he struck gold and rushes to the country search office to ask an old buddy for help. The next morning, Aqiang wakes up from his slumber to find Arjen already gone to the hospital. He just wanted to swap out medicine, but accidentally knocked over the entire pillbox since he finds a hard drive under the TV cabinet with small writing. The junkie wakes up and his old friend tells him. Over the years, Director Kiwi has adopted many orphans, and so has his father, Director Lau Kiwi. Interestingly, Director Lau Kiwi's first experiment was none other than the kidnapper Aqiang that the junkie is after. Years ago, as the smartest kid in the welfare home, Aqiang was chosen by Director Lau Kiwi, and on the day he left, he was waiting for Arjen to send him off, but found out that she had snuck into the car's trunk early to get adopted by some rich folks. When they arrived, he begged Director Lau Kiwi to adopt him too, but the director only wanted the smartest one, so he set up an IQ test. After the test, Aqiang was sent back untouched, leaving Arjen as the first experiment. For the next 3 years, Director Lau Kiwi's research stalled, abandoning Arjen. The clues didn't alter anything as punishment loomed. The junkie was suspended for a whole month, and before the holiday, he borrowed a listening device from a colleague and then drove off to find Arjen. He took Arjen to the detention center to see Uncle Ewan, where the long-separated duo quickly dived into love-hate revelations. Uncle Ewan sold his house, cashed in his retirement savings, and added his savings, barely enough for eye surgery. Once the court's verdict is done, what's left will go to Arjen, and that's all he can offer her in this lifetime. Hearing these heartfelt words, Arjen breaks down, and Uncle Ewan tells his daughter not to cry. Leaning back in her chair, Arjen accidentally notices a red dot on the ground, and suddenly bang. Fortunately, no one is hurt. The guard suddenly calls off the meeting at a crucial moment for the junkie. She was about to intervene, but suddenly, Big Fat shows up and spots the listening device in the chair. Her face turns red instantly. Talk about awkward. Spotting that listening device in an internet cafe, a guy gets so into his game he breaks the keyboard, and the staff frantically dials the cops. Next to him, Aqiang opens the hard drive and discovers it's packed with videos, including one showing a woman who had visited Director Quiz house. As Aqiang watches a critical moment, the police arrive to check the vandal, making Aqiang guilty. He bolts out of the internet cafe like a thief, arriving at a private hospital where the one-armed man finds Dr. Mao. He produces a USB stick filled with billions in cryptocurrency and asks Dr. Mao to exit the project. Without hesitation, Dr. Mao pushes the USB back, declaring he invested in the project for his daughter, not for cash. Ojai leaves the hospital feeling deflated after getting the villa keys from Lau Kiwi, and just steps inside, only to run into Shang Yan, who had just happened to be back from his leave and had returned. Ojai claims to be Director Quiz partner and says the keys came straight from Lau Kiwi. Shang Yan counters that she's reviewed all potential investors and that Ojai isn't on the list. Ojai brushes it off and drives away from the villa, oblivious to the fact that someone has already set their sights on him. In the underground parking garage, Dr. Mao finally regains his consciousness. He faced danger for refusing to quit the project. Aqiang, with nowhere to go, seeks Dr. Mao's help. Ironically, he saves Dr. Mao's life, and the doctor advises Aqiang to forget it. He warns that any reckless actions might just endanger Lu's life even more. Don't forget to like and subscribe.